Alright, this is going to be kind of an important video. So I wanted to talk about this idea of emotions. And so a lot of people, when they get to know me, they're like, man, he doesn't really have any emotions. Like, he doesn't show any emotions. And it's like, I technically have emotions. I've just mastered my emotions so well. I know how to use them. And actually, like, I control my emotions. They don't control me. And so I want to start this video off with like a little story. And there was this monk up on this mountain, and he was giving some advice to this guy. So this guy went into town, and you don't need to know exactly what the advice was, but the advice didn't work. And so the guy came back up, and he was mad at the monk, and he was yelling at him and screaming at him. And he's like, the monk was like, would you like some rice? And the guy went, no, I don't want rice. I'm so mad. I just want to yell at you. And the monk said, think about it like this. What you are giving me right now is bad emotions. I'm not taking it. Just like I offered you rice and you didn't take the rice. And emotions are exactly like that. When you think of emotions, the emotions are yours. So if someone else makes you mad, you are the one having the emotions. You take this ball of hate and anger and it's yours. And it's like, that's why I don't feel bad emotions. I learned that a long time ago, and I've just worked so hard in the past like 5 years trying to make sure that those bad emotions, that they're not mine, that I just give them back to the other person. It's like, I'm not mean or like hateful or anything or rude. It's like, if they're throwing emotions at me, I'm like, not my emotions. I'm gonna fill my emotions with joy and like excitement and happiness and stuff. And it's like, this idea of emotions as being mine really changed my life. And I hope it changes yours too. So like, when I think about people say, man, that really upsets me, what they're really saying is, I didn't like that, and so I'm going to make myself feel a negative emotion. And so like, when people do stuff to me that I don't necessarily appreciate, I say I don't like that, but I don't make myself feel a negative emotion. So like, all kinds of bad things that could happen to me, and of course, you know, there could be some things that make me cry or things that make me super mad and want to like get really angry about it. And it's like, if I do that, I am letting myself feel those. You need to learn to master your emotions, because once you do that, it's like, it's a really difficult thing to do. And the best way to work on it is like, every time you feel like you're about to get really mad, just be like, man, if I cave into this, like, I'm letting that emotion control me, I'm not controlling the emotion. And so like, it works really well if you're in business or just general personal life. If you want to improve your life, like, just get really good at handling those emotions. And it goes both ways. You can be like, man, I'm not going to accept these bad emotions that this guy is yelling at me. I'm not going to let myself get upset about it, because those are my emotions. I'm not going to let myself get upset and angry. It's like, the same thing goes for positive things. It's like, if there's something really good that happened, like, I'll give you an example. When I wanted to buy my car, it was like a $24,000 car. It was a Mustang. When I saw it, I fell in love with it. I was like, I hadn't even signed the check yet. I was like, man, I got to get that car. And like, looking back, I should have been like, man, I'm not going to let those great, amazing emotions of joy and like how cool I'm going to feel driving it, like, don't let those affect me. Like, yes, maybe I should have some judgment with the situation. Like, man, it is kind of a good car. I should pay this much, but like, good and bad, don't let those emotions control your decisions. And so like, in the past couple years, I've just been trying to master this. Whenever something is like normally would upset someone, I take it into me and I go, this is training. I'm gonna not let this emotion affect me either way. I'm gonna, like, if they're giving me this a negative emotion, I'm just gonna toss it back somewhere else. I'm gonna give it back to them. And when I say give it back to them, I don't mean like, if they're yelling at me, I'm gonna yell back. I'm just gonna be like, I don't accept that. I don't know. It's just really interesting. If you can do this in your life, I guarantee you'll make better decisions. And I just kind of wanted to share that in a little video. And like, I wasn't sure the best way to put it, but remember, if you have emotions, they're your emotions. If it's a negative emotion, you're feeling it. You're letting it run through your body and you're experiencing that. At any moment, you can be like, I don't want that emotion. I want joy. I don't want hatred. I want love. Like, you can pick your emotions. Now, of course, you have to like make your environment susceptible to give you better emotions and give you less of the ones you want. But like, you're a human. You can change your environment so that the people around you are giving you joy, so that you get rid of people who are giving you toxic emotions. And like, man, if I could just tell myself this like 5 years ago, my life would be drastically different, like so much better. Anyways, I'll see you guys later.